We love hip hop.
Got some more outside of the hip hop realm type of things to get to, because the tow truck wars that I've covered a bunch of times on this, as well as had a official tow truck yard owner and driver on the show. I thought it kind of cooled off because we didn't have a lot of coverage, but it started to heat up again, literally. So I'm gonna play a video over here, courtesy of CP24, about some things that were going on. Actually, like a bunch of cars, or I think a whole tow truck yard, got burned down over in Brampton. So let's pull up the video and see what's going on with the tow trucks.
After fire has damaged, Peel Police are investigating after fire has damaged a couple of heavy tow trucks in Brampton overnight.
CP24's Courtney Heels joins us live from the scene with more on this. Good morning, Courtney. It certainly looks brighter where you are now, and I'm sure you're getting a better vantage point of the damage that's been caused.
Yeah, and it's quite a bit of damage. I mean, several vehicles on fire overnight here along Rutherford Road, guys, and it looks as though this is arson. I'll show you the scene now. So we're on the other side of the yellow police tape, Peel Regional Police holding the scene, and they are investigating. You can see there's obvious damage to this one heavy tow in front of us. These are the big tow trucks that are brought in to move other trucks or buses. There's damage to this black SUV in between the heavy tows, and then there's this red one also with quite a bit of damage. This all happened at about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to share with you now some surveillance video from the scene. This is from the building that faces this parking lot. You can see in this video, there's a man who arrives overnight. He's got a white shirt on, some gray pants, and it seems like he's focused on that red heavy tow. And you should be able to see in the video, he's kind of walking around. It appears as though he's pouring something, likely some sort of accelerant, some gasoline around the heavy tow. He kind of goes around the back of the black vehicle.
Yo, these trucks are expensive as hell, fam. Like, we're talking about a few $100,000 between all of these trucks right here. Holy.
A few seconds pass, and then you see the flame. So the fire starts. He takes off. Police not saying much at this point, but it's very likely they'll be looking at this as arson. We talked to the owner of this white cargo van. You can see there's also a lot of damage here. He said he showed up for work this morning, ready to pick up his truck, and he found out about the fire. He's also seen that surveillance video.
There was a guy on the road, like he came behind the building from the main road, and he put some like oil. There is two tow trucks like parked, and he put the oils to both of them. But you know, my truck is parked next, so my truck is also got fired.
Damn.
And that man I talked to said he's going to be out of work for a couple of weeks. He's pretty devastated to see all the damage to his vehicle. He needs to do his job. The question here, guys, is this arson? I mean, it's kind of obvious based on what we're seeing from that surveillance video, but also is it connected to a fire from last week? We covered another very similar situation story where there was several tow trucks set on fire in the middle of the night on this same road we're on. That's Rutherford. It's about a 2-minute drive from where we are at another lot. And in that case, Peel Police said it was arson. They said they were looking for 4 or 5 suspects. So the question.
Yo, these guys, it's like when I did my interview with the tow truck yard owner and driver, he was saying it's more than these guys just competing over tow truck space or friggin' having competition of tow truck yard to tow truck yard. It's a lot of underworld shit that ends up spilling into the quote unquote tow truck game, because these niggas is fighting over drug debts and gambling debts and all different types of things that they got going on, and also happen to own a tow truck yard. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna burn up your tow truck yard. That's one of your public businesses that we can go and fuck up because you owe me money for like 10 bricks. You feel me? So it's not always, it's actually rarely because, oh, you guys are picking up too many cars and you're impeding on my business. Like, to do all of this type of damage, it's got to be way beyond that.
Of course, for these investigators will be, is there a link, and what's the motive? Why would someone be doing this deliberately? So certainly a lot of questions this morning and a lot of damage. We'll leave you with this live look of what we can see. We can get really close to this scene. The fire crews have all cleared. It's just the police on scene holding this investigation and again, looking for those answers in this case.
Look at that. Ironic. They got the barbecue right behind there. Yo, actually, I wonder if that's what they use. They probably use the barbecue to freaking light up everything up.
Over to you.
Yeah, and Courtney, I just noticed a barbecue behind that Ford SUV in between those two tow trucks
bro.
with a propane tank there, etc. Kind of an unusual, not what you would expect to see perhaps at one of those yards, but yeah, nevertheless, you can see as Tom pulls out here, yeah, you can see there's a barbecue.
Yeah, that doesn't even look like that was involved in the fire. That looks like they put that shit there after, like a some kind of note.
Or Brian,
You know what I'm saying?
pardon me. Yeah,
Yeah.
very strange.
We, Nick, when we arrived here and we saw that, we all kind of commented on that too. Of course, you see that and you think, okay, is that the accelerant? It doesn't look like it. It's possible that barbecue is just here because there are several people who work out of this building, at least from what I can see. Maybe, you know, it's just here and people have lunch outside. I don't know. It doesn't look as though it's associated. I don't see any damage. Of course, you see that and you wonder what's going on, given it was in the middle of this fire. We'll ask fire crews and police about that too. But I think it just happened to be here based on what I can kind of see.
Okay.
It's a calling card, in my opinion. Let's see, because I did see another video over here. The group behind tow truck violence in Toronto dismantled. Really? Because this is from a couple of months ago or a few weeks ago. No, I don't think anything got dismantled there. Right? Across Canada for Thursday. Let me see.
Hello and welcome to CTV News Across Canada for Thursday, June 19th. We've got the top local stories from coast to coast. Stories that affect you and the country. Thanks for joining us.
Police allege this suspect is a member of an organized crime group called the Union.
A form of intimidation directed at a victim who is part of the tow truck industry.
In Toronto's East End near Broadview and Queen Street East back on March 15th, the suspect throws what officers say is a Molotov cocktail at something just off screen.
The group was believed to be responsible for numerous acts.
Let me address this here quickly. Trap says, looks like fraud thing. I don't know, man. It might be way bigger than fraud, but fraud could be involved as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys are going hard in the paint. Like, people also die in these things too. Remember they had the incident the other day where they shot up the one restaurant that was supposed to be connected to the tow truck wars. Like, the restaurant just opened day one, and they went in there and just just try to mow down people in the place, yo.
The violence intended to gain control over the towing industry.
In another video, suspects also allegedly working for the Union appeared to be lighting vehicles on fire at what investigators say is a rival towing yard in Whitby on February 17th.
Numerous people are now facing charges related to directing and participating in the activities of a criminal organization, along with multiple conspiracies to commit murder.
Toronto police announced the arrest of 20 suspects, leading to 111 charges, including dozens for conspiracy to commit murder.
20 suspects with 2 guns? That's it? They got the wrong guys.
2 guns and 4 vehicles seized, including armored plated vehicles.
We are at the upper echelon. We are with the group that was organizing and hiring the acts of violence. And it's quite telling that none of them have criminal records or are before the courts because they are the higher level.
Police say many of them operated tow trucks in the city for a long time. In corporate documents obtained by CTV News, one of the suspects, Joseph Jensikumar from Oshawa, is listed as the director of Joshua Roadside as of March 13th of this year. The Social Bar and Lounge, Mansion Kitchen and Bar, both in Pickering, and Pundi Bakery in Scarborough are all listed in court documents obtained by CTV News as the target for conspiracy to commit murder charges.
Damn.
The date of the alleged plot, court documents list as between March 7th or 8th, the day after gunmen.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. I was gonna say, like, you know how I was just mentioning how some of these guys, they own tow truck yards and stuff like that, but doesn't necessarily mean that it's a tow truck war, because yes, it's a tow truck war because from tow truck yard to tow truck yard, these guys are fucking up each other's shit. But these are business owners who own multiple businesses. You can see right there, the man's own restaurant, all these social nightclubs, all this types of shit, and a tow truck yard. So we could shoot up your tow truck yard, or burn down your tow truck yard, but we could also shoot up your restaurant. You know what I'm saying? It's not about just the tow trucks itself. It's whatever organized crime factions that are beefing with each other. But also there is the tow truck stuff involved in it. All right? Yeah, those Dracos are looking crazy. These man's like I told y'all, they went in there and they went crazy. Let me just play that quick.
Fired rounds at the Piper Arms.
Yeah, let me get that off the screen. It's a little bit too much. It's too hot.
Pub in Scarborough.
Acts of violence on a mass scale were deterred and prevented.
The joint investigation with York Region, Durham, the OPP, and Toronto Police, dubbed Project Yankee, began in October 2024 and led to wiretaps targeting individuals associated with the union and its members.
What they've done essentially is cut the head off that snake.
Police say this will make a difference, but did not say how many other organized crimes.
You know that video I showed you guys just now of the tow truck yard getting burnt down happened like last week, right? This video is from 6 months ago. Fuck out of here.
Crime groups could potentially be at work in the GTA.
They're either going to go underground and hide because they think they're next, or as we've often seen with drug gangs that have been taken down before, that they will try and move in and backfill this void that is now out there.
Police say as of now, all 20
they backfilled the void.
suspects remain in custody. The project came to an end a week ago on the 11th with the execution of 14 search warrants. Police say
the project is done. I'm sure they have another project going on that we'll find out about later on, but they might have had to continue that one. You arrested 11 or 20 people, got 2 guns, and they've done nothing but just mush up the place since. So you've done nothing, right? You've postured for us. And in the end of the day, this is 6 months ago. You know how many of those people are probably on road already? Out of the 20 people, probably like 18 of them are probably on road already. So what are we doing over here, B? Just doing stuff so we can feel a little bit better. Oh, they're helping to solve the tow truck wars. They ain't doing shit. We probably know more about the tow truck war over here on the We Love Hip Hop Network, and I'm not talking about just us. I'm saying through watching, doing research, having common sense, we probably know more than what the police is telling us that they know. Not to say that they don't know shit. They just making it like, oh, it's the tow truck guys, it's the tow truck guys. Like, nah, y'all know that these guys are whatever family is beefing with this family and this gang beefing with this gang, and you're just calling it tow truck war. So after a while, like, you got to stop pissing on our leg and telling it it's raining. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more than a tow truck war. Just call it what it is. It's a fucking gang war. Yes, they're burning down tow truck yards, but it's a gang war. Holy. I feel like sometimes, like, when people just think that we're stupid, it's annoying, bro. But salute to, I have nobody to salute. There's nobody to salute in here. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.